What's good, YouTube? This is Very Melon Man, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, the final cut. So, our protagonist woke up from his ridiculous hangover. We got introduced to some characters, and right now we had to deal with these two foul-mouthed children. This game let me punch this little prick in the face, and that was incredible. Already a great game. But now we have to actually do this detective thing and investigate the murder victim's corpse.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. On his chest, a fading web of tattoos. The cargo belt used to hang him from the tree looks reinforced. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow.
What kind of boots are these?
They are armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons.
Okay then, what kind of armor is this?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be.
Where?
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
The material looks up. What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. Maybe he'll know something.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Understood.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. Constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
That is what ka-ching means, yes.
It means disciplinary hearing.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time, the latter.
Pulled it off.
Stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh, this is a bad idea, isn't it?
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
I'm gonna pull his head off, right?
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the coroner's case if you do. So please, don't.
Oh, it's getting the rain.
What are
Interesting.
you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
These boots go super well with my bell-bottom pants.
You do understand the boots are steeped in cadaverine odor, don't you?
So are my pants.
You have a point there, detective. You have a point. But there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now. Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
That is an excellent point.
Sure, there's a way to peel them off. But first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
Sounds like a plan.
The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Okay, got it.
Processing will take care of that. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I really hope I can get those boots.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that, a word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
Guess to get a drink.
No, you should not get a drink. You should perform an initial inspection of the victim's corpse. We are on the rope part.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
And I can't go anything other than a harbor.
Yes, it looks like they used whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it.
The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past's undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, those my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
I didn't get him up there.
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt, buckle closes. It's what I would do. Seems easier than climbing out there.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow. I agree.
We are missing something here.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
I'm gonna loot to the expert here.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
Kuno S? Really? That's your name?
Camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
Yeah, cameras are expensive, so don't worry about that, okay?
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Here, a souvenir. Don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. These eyes used to be blue, baby blue. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
We can retry, huh?
The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
Huh.
Good.
They used to be
The
blue,
victim
huh?
is of occidental
Sure.
descent. Light brown hair, blue eyes.
Occidental.
White.
Oh, sure.
The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench. Eyes like a shark.
Are you sure we
So how we get him down?
Examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
Alright.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in...
Yeah, we've done the examination. Let's get him down.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
An acrobatic maneuver would solve this situation. Nothing can go wrong with a good maneuver.
Maybe we could shoot him down?
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Just, you know, shoot the
Yes.
branch?
The buckle, where it ties the cargo belt to the tree. If the shot hits that, then there might be a small chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Let me try.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst that can happen?
I'll blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Go for it.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
"A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's test was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight."
Hand-eye coordination for the win.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Get it together.
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it.
Okay, man.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Cloud.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
So what now?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot yourself.
I'm gonna shoot him down myself.
It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks here. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't hit the victim.
Gonna use your gun, partner.
They only have one gun!
Oops.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Officer, Why do we only have one gun?
Remember I told you I didn't have a badge when I woke up? I didn't have a gun either.
That is even more unfortunate than the badge. You need to contact your station about it as soon as possible. Try not to lose this one, please.
Take it, you fucking banana boyka! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
I'm a physically inclined character, so I need to feel the weight first.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, a P9 armistice, before. At some point it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Here we go. Yeah!
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look at the body slump down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you,
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of an awesome image.
looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself.
Who killed you?
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it's right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench.
So I just leveled up twice in this one conversation. I'm great. You've been policed.
Ace is high.
Yo.
You could add an ace's low to it, if you like, by turning your back after the high and waiting for another.
You know what? Slap it away from Ace's low. Do it.
The high arrives with a sharp slap. As you turn around, there is a moment of doubt. Feels like that low ain't gonna connect. Chill. It's gonna connect. But then it does.
Yeah!
Precision. The lieutenant is not one to leave an ace's low hanging.
I like you, Kim.
I knew these guys were.
Got a problem with it?
Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself.
I knew they suck each other off.
So what now?
We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before... Excuse me.
Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it.
The stench is getting bad. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. I need a little breather before we do the autopsy.
Alright.
In the meantime, we should try to interview Evrard Claire, the leader of the Union. Harbor property was clearly used in the hanging. The harbor just east of here. Getting in might prove a challenge, though. Or we could ask around for the representative of the logistics company. My initial information says the Wild Pines have sent some sort of strike negotiator to wrangle control back from Evrard.
You could ask the gardener for directions.
Let's go then. Alright, so we have 2 skill points apparently. We should need to level some of these up. Uh... let's see. I guess we'll go with... Okay. Okay. Reaction speed. This might be more useful than it looks, so let's get that. Yeah, okay.
The rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Devilishly tricky. Okay? Okay. Rayo's moniker. Okay. Alright. Let's talk to this person.
Hello, sir.
And
Step
that.
right in. The store is open.
I'm the law.
I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little girl.
What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
What is a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
And thank you ask some questions.
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have.
What's your
About
name?
books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Why are you staying here in the cold?
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mum out with the store.
So you be in school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
School is stupid. You're lucky not to be there.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's the business going?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
In what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Ass up.
I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so.
This sounds very serious. I should probably look into this.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir.
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Now that I have the Falcon Wood, so I'm a dib. How's this curse manifest itself?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing rain.
But Kim, the plastic manifestations.
No such thing.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Enough with the curses for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What is romance?
It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
Well, when both of them are bad.
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What was really well written?
Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something.
Yeah, I've seen a few stories like that. Aladdin's like that too.
Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when everyone is poor?
It's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Yeah, poor people are boring.
I guess, yes. People in books are always very interesting, especially the romance people.
What about a book where man and lady business doesn't work out at
I
all?
haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one of the excruciatingly painful breakup?
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
No, think about it. One where they plunge with towards spiral pain recrimination, only it's really long drawn out. Scar for life, phantom limb.
No, I don't know.
You can take this. Blossom like a pain flower.
Yeah, it drags on for years and years, no resolution in sight.
Girl is at a loss for words.
Each of you feeling with resentment and bitterness for having ruined each other's lives.
She shifts and sways on her feet, looking confused and uncomfortable.
Each of you tearing at the air's innards, leaving a gaping emptiness, a vacuum, heart that still hurts ceaselessly.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now.
Oh, I don't want to be mean to Kim, not that high five. I'm done, no one even likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better.
Oh.
The detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigns.
Wait,
from
is this a game over?
A nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment,
Oh, God.
objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
Jesus Christ. Load game. Okay. Well, that's messed up. So he can just game over like that. Alright. So you just game over like that. Wow. Well, I actually have to admit, failing so hard you destroy your morale is really interesting.
Hello, sir. I know, sir. Are you interested in a new and exciting...
Whoa. Whoa.
That is a book. That is a book. A postcard. That is a book. My pleasure. Anything... Okay, sir. My name is... Feel free to step in. I'm signaling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance...
Let's change this up a bit. Good trooper you are.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies
Cool.
at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
What is school?
School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
Oh, so you...
The gale wind blows in from the coast, a wind of needles. It wraps itself around a building of brick and mortar. Somewhere, a clamor rings through the honeycomb of classrooms.
Shivers, huh?
Remorse.
What's this feeling?
The parquet of assembly halls. The rows of stall bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. A girl's voice somehow finds its way through this strange feeling. You haven't heard a word of what she's been saying these past few moments. You only hear...
Mum says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words.
How's the business doing?
Etiquette.
Mum says it's peachy, cursed in the way that makes... I wouldn't really say it like that.
We can go.
Yes, please do look at our wares inside. Nothing really.
Did someone say sneak around in the cellar? We should do that.
It does not manifest it, no such.
Anything else? Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. It's the type... Or there could be a story about a poor... It happens. Those are unhappy books. These are not... Well, maybe then it's fine. That's really not a proper romance story.
Sometimes it's right about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
You are a kid.
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Maybe I will.
I'm sure she can help out. Maybe some
Never ends for me. Crime.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Okay, I get it. Crime gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said.
Look much like a policeman.
What does the cop look like to you?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
I used to exactly like a guy and I decided to live a little.
What's that mean?
Cut loose, raise hell, blow off some steam.
And everything's better now, sir?
I don't know.
Why is that?
You'll understand when you're older.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have said that thing about Dick Mullen.
I actually have other questions.
More about books, maybe?
Famous people?
Kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Can I become famous for reading one of these books?
I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous.
They're all dogs.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'm a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show them.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything. Standing over a dead body, holding a gun.
That'd be awesome. Anyway, see you around, Annette.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
What is this machine?
This is the Caprice Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
They all have cool motor carriages.
The Caprice motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
But this is different. This is a sports model.
I may be wrong, but this is a sports model, right?
You're right. I didn't take you for a motorcar enthusiast. Do you also like tip-top, detective?
I'm pretty sure I like neither motor cars nor any tip-tops.
Oh, I guess it's not for everyone.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
Let's pick up the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green prime line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is.
Okay, did you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I just don't need to report.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st, come in, over.
Hi, this is me. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
It's not good.
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
State your message, sir. Over.
I need to report my badge missing. Well, need to report my badge missing.
But you said... never mind.
Yeah.
9, repeat message, over.
I can't find my badge anywhere. It's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
1022, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who's this?
Communication officer Jules Pidieux, sir.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner, satellite officer Dietmar, sir.
Oh, okay.
Memory along with his fucking badge. Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Haha. Officer's lost his badge. Haha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically. Oh goddamn it! Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite officer Dietmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Can we just move on? I want to get report and be done with.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me! Mac, come here! You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Enough of this now. I have other things to discuss.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too.
Oh, fuck.
Then one, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
Of course I didn't lose my fun.
He didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Gross.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Booze. And I like big booze. I like booze.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one. We can do it, brother. You have it in the nerve endings in your hand. You just need to dig into your muscle memory.
Try raising your hand.
Click, your index finger goes as the thumb cocks the hammer. Click, cock, click, and then nothing. 3-shot probably. Needs reloading. Break it open.
What else do you want from me? Tell you triangular barrel, 3-shot hammer at the end. What else do you want from me? Tell you open my wooden handle? Lay off, boys.
He's describing his paper box alright.
Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over.
This might sound odd, but there's... Actually, I lost my gun, too.
10-4, I know I already wrote it in a report, but it will stay on my desk for a few days. Over.
Okay, it might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What's there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
I want to know if you've got my badges. I want to know if you've got my badge's description about your report. Could you read to me?
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Please orders my full name in the future.
10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Stop calling me sir and just use my real goddamn name, will you?
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Yeah, this is not going to go anywhere.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Let's check the chain cutters.
The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
Guess who would need to use this who couldn't shoot the
You can do
buy
good
down.
work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. The pry bar feels
The pry bar is a
cold
good
in your
weapon.
hand, heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. It's robust, weatherproof, and well made. Police issue, blue, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering.
What else productive?
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then.
I am pleased to meet you too, officer.
Any directions?
Is the street signs messed up?
Do you find representatives for Wild
What do you
Pains?
mean, Wild Pines? You mean the company woman?
Yes, a representative of the harbor. She should have set up operations nearby.
Oh, that must be the woman on the giant boat. There's one docked on the pier. It arrived a couple of weeks ago. It's very hard to miss.
What's in the west?
Just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach.
North?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
Pier, buildings, apartments. You should explore. Maybe scale a wall.
The harbor
East?
goods? Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too.
And
Some
south.
shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably.
What's on the other side?
Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago.
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
What kind of fish market is this?
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It used to gather every spring, but there's nothing to do there now. Just drug addicts. No problem.
She's very well composed, back straight.
Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's... So that's on tape. Oh. Right.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the...
This is Precinct 57. How
These
may
are
I-
coming to a civilian. Sylvie.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Garth gave you Sylvie's number.
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
officer. I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Sylvia, we've met before. This is me, a detective in the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You quit your job. Why?
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Did you leave as a guard?
What? No, why would you even think that?
He told me he asked you out. Are you saying it didn't happen?
Please, don't bring Guard into this. It's none of your business.
God, why can't you just mind your own business? She mutters.
I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again.
Would you call the police?
No, not me.
Do you know me to call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
Nah, it's okay.
They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer.
No, my badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere?
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
I'm gonna let it slide. Know the answers for a little thing.
Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
You see my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
I showed you my gun. When it
Trying
happened?
to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Sounds like it's going to be bad.
And what? What'd I do? What'd I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed. I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation.
Why would I threaten to kill myself? Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
What happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Hey, wanna grab a cup of coffee with me sometime? Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness.
Oh, my God.
Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's
well,
he
let's try a second one.
melt down stoically.
All right.
Behind the lenses of his glasses. Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
Jeez.
Cop gives up the detective genre for social realism.
Well, I guess that's going to be the end for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in part 3. We figure out what the deal is with that man who looks like he's about to kill himself on the rooftop. This is very Melon Man signing off. Have a much better day than Detective Mullen over here.
By his wife leaving